I think a lot of what made him fantastic for college also going to be held back as an NFL prospect. Damn, D-Zam. She isn't it.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, here we are, about 18 hours removed from the end of round 7 of the National Football League draft. I'm kind of sad that the NFL draft is over, and it's one of my favorite events of every year. So we get to start over, and here we go. 364 days before the next NFL draft. And, of course, next year's is going to be a big one. They're already forecasting it to be the biggest draft of all time, at least when it comes to quarterbacks. I mean, good luck. There's been some good quarterback drafts the last several years, so it's going to be, there's also been some shitters in there too. But it's going to be interesting. And one of the most interesting things going into this draft was what was going to happen to Heisman finalist Diego Pavia. Was he going to get drafted? And he did not. He did not get drafted. Now, he has done and said a lot of things over the last 6 months that tanked his draft status. And again, we're talking about, he's got some Shedeur Sanders kind of bravado. We saw what they did to Shedeur. You may be like, well, Shedeur only dropped into the 5th round. Diego didn't even get drafted. Well, Shedeur is 6'2" and 220. Shedeur is 6'2", 220. Diego Pavia is 5'9" and 7'8". I mean, that's the difference. And even at that, there's some things coming out. Guys, we will look at a undrafted free agent tracker. There's been a shit ton of quarterbacks signed, and he's not one of them. And now we got Pat McAfee going out there and encouraging Diego to make his UFL debut. I think the Birmingham Stallions already said a while back they'd be happy to take him. But here we are right here, Diego Pavia waiting for the 8th round to start. Let me just go back because it will never not be funny. Never not be funny. Clueless. No idea what's going on. Oh, God, that's funny. Diego Pavia waiting for round 8 of the NFL draft to start. When they start taking down the stage. Uh-oh. Just so I won't get copyrighted. Let me turn it down. Damn. Tyrann Mathieu called out Diego Pavia back in December. That the NFL, and look, the Honey Badger, he had a couple of issues. By the way, he straightened his ass out. Hell of an NFL career. But he knew this was coming.
On the other side is the runner-up. You've been in his position before. Like, could you tell us, like, what's that like?
Yeah, I've never said F the voters.
Of course. That's just
ever.
That's just crazy.
Nah, I think he just a little bit sidetracked. Like, he be on too many podcasts for me, too many UFC fights.
Well, I guess he knew he wasn't going to the playoffs.
Too many drunk photos, late night, hanging out. That's just not what people want to see at the next level.
No, it's not preferred.
Perfect. That is not what people want to see at the next level. Still getting clowned. Diego Pavia getting ready for day 1 of the car salesman draft. There's Zach Wilson preparing. Why the hell he's not in the UFL, I don't know. Again, NFL, figure out a way to get it done with the UFL so some of these guys are getting reps and we can actually watch better because it would be, even Zach Wilson would be better quarterback play than the UFL's got right now. NFL GMs to Diego Pavia. Better luck next year. It's getting ugly. Getting ugly. Undrafted free agent tracker over at CBS Sports. Shout out to my boy, Ben Daniel, who shot this over to me. And he was like, bruh. And I said, what, bruh? And he said, look at how many quarterbacks have been signed and Diego Pavia hasn't. I mean, Jack Strand, Minnesota Moorhead. Huh? Who? Jack Fanagino, UConn. Okay, I did know who he was, all right? I did watch a little tape. My boy Haynes King from right here in my hometown. Yep. He did. Look out, Bryce Young. Look out. That's all I got to say. Miller Moss. We've had a Miller Moss sighting by way of Louisville, formerly of USC. How many is that now? 4? We're up to 4. Let's keep going. I dare you, Jerry. I dare you. I want to do that video. The Diego Pavia to the Cowboys video I want to do. It would be hilarious. Luke Altmaier. That guy might start in the league, to be honest with you. Illinois, the Lions grabbed him. K'Ron Drones of Virginia Tech. What? Are you moving him somewhere besides quarterback? Okay. I ain't going to lie to you. Diego Pavia is a better quarterback than that guy. So that tells you something right there. Joey Aguilar. That's an interesting pickup. It is. Now, we know the Chiefs, they drafted Garrett Nussmeier in the 7th right before the end of the draft. Jacob Clark, Missouri State. Who? Jack Clark, first baseman, St. Louis Cardinals. God, you got to have some years on you to know who I'm talking about. Matthew Caldwell, quarterback, Texas. What? He didn't even start. Never mind. Mark Gronowski, Iowa. That's interesting. That is interesting. I watched that dude play more than a few times. I mean, that just gives you an idea right there. And we're not even done yet. By the way, let me just keep scrolling down. Jalen Daniels, QB Kansas. Okay. And then one more. Tommy Castalios out of Florida State actually got an invite to the Titans camp. He also got a invite to the rookie minicamp for the Dolphins as a wide receiver. Point is, he got an invite before Diego Pavia. Right here. Diego Pavia told NFL executives he's not coming in to be a backup. Wants to be a starter when asked about adjusting to being QB2 per Tom Pelissero. I can tell you right now, if he actually told coaches that in interviews, that screwed him as much as anything. As much as anything. Pat McAfee. Woo! I mean, literally, they made a graphic. I love Diego Pavia, what Diego Pavia did for college ball. Just an absolute sensation, turning Vanderbilt into a football school quickly. I think a lot of what made him fantastic for college also going to be held back as an NFL prospect. Damn, D-Zam. She isn't it. Size, speed, style of play, personality, you name it. All of it perfect for college, not necessarily prototypical NFL prospect. Yikes. People are saying his brothers are getting him in trouble too. Like they just don't want any of the dynamic at all. Now, if it doesn't work out, is he not the UFL QB blueprint? He is. Look, you guys know how I feel about this guy, but he is a perfect UFL quarterback. Recognizable name, can move, not scared to promote. UFL's getting 800,000 viewers a game, which is good for spring ball. Can bump that a bit with some name brands. I think we all assumed the Clips, regardless of outcome, would go for a bit. Feel like an opportune time for the UFL and the Pavia show. Wow. Could they sign him this year, or they have to wait till next year? That's what he answered it. McAfee answered it. That's what I'm wondering. Can they get him out there next week? Yikes. Nobody wants him. I tagged Mike Rapoli in that, the new owner of the UFL, to find out. I mean, somebody call him. That's CFL. I gonna be real. I don't know if he can make it in the CFL. The UFL, probably. Yeah, because you want to know why? There's a major QB problem in the NFL. Now, it's gotten a little better because they moved around some quarterbacks and made a couple of trades, but you get the point. You may be like, Rhodes, where's your UFL videos? Nobody was watching it. I wanted to keep making those. Nobody's watching it. So, I got to watch videos people are actually going to watch if I'm going to take the time to do it. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.